And I remember sitting in the bushes at Pipeline and smoking a joint with somebody, and it was like 200 guys, and whatchamacallit, I was like, fuck, it's so crowded. And I just wish I could remember who it was sitting next to me. But he goes, fuck. Just takes one, man. And he like handed me the joint, and I was like, light bulb. Fuck, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna go get one. Like if I could get one, fuck, I'll be stoked. So I rode my bike back to Peanut's house. I got my short john on, and I fucking rode back down there. I put my bike in the bushes and paddled out. I remember paddling out, and I was just packed. And with the gnarliest crew you could possibly think of. Like the gnarliest of gnarliest Hawaiians everywhere. Like it was just wall to wall. And I was like, fuck, that looks like impossible to catch a wave. So I kept paddling. And I got out to like in between first and second reef, and I saw Noah Johnson. And Noah's all, yeah, Strider, what's up, man? I'm like, I think Noah like won the Eddie like the year before or something. He was just like the fucking man. And I was like, I saw him and he's like, yeah, there's a wave that kind of pops up right here in between, and it's pretty good. Like there's too many people everywhere else. And I was looking out at second reef and I was like packed. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna keep paddling out there. And so I was like paddling out, and all of a sudden this wave comes. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a fucking sick wave. And I look, and Noah's like 40 yards too far in. And I'm like, are you going? And he's like, fuck you, go, you know, like, because he was, and I was like, like, literally like my only wave I caught that day. Paddled into this wave. And I got to, the wave was so fucking nuts. It just stood up on the first reef, and I got to the bottom, and I remember coming off the bottom like so scared. I was like, oh, and I came off the bottom. I was looking up at it, and I'm like, oh my God. And right as I came off the bottom, I had so much tail rocker in the board that I went, oh, and I almost fell off the back of my board.
No way.
Into this soul arch. And Don King was right there and took a photo. And I was like, whoa, like regathered myself, made the wave. Like, I think I sat out there for another like 2 hours, never caught another wave. And went back to the house, blah, blah, blah. This was like in December probably, maybe late November. Comes January, I'm still there. You know, it's like I went for the whole winter. There was no like half stepping. I was there for 5 months. That was like, and I remember I was up at like the Sugar Bar in Kahuku. There was this bar up there.
No way.
And Jeremy Biles comes running out, this Australian surfer. He's like, mate. He's like wasted. He's all, mate, it's you and me. I'm like, what? Like, he's like, I got the center spread, you got the cover, mate.
Oh,
and I'm like, what? Like whatever, he's wasted. And I went into this bar, and next thing, it was like 3 chicks on me. And I was like, maybe I did get to cover. And then I was like, whatever. Long story longer, I went home. I couldn't find the fucking magazine. I went to the surf shop, sold out. Everywhere I went, couldn't find it. Like, never saw the cover. For like a month and a half went by since it was out. And I was like, fuck, where's this fucking magazine at? And I remember going back to the house, getting like everybody go to sleep. And I remember like cleaning the coffee table, and on the coffee table was a magazine. And the magazine was face down. I remember those old Rip Curl search ads on the backs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck, I haven't seen that one yet. And all the corners of the magazine were all ripped off to be used for crutches and carburetors for like the joints, you know? And like, I was like, oh, well, and like, I flipped over the magazine, and I was like, there it was.
Crazy.
And I had a fucking fart coming out of my ass, howly kook drawn and arrow towards me, a joint in my mouth, and like, I'll never forget, like, just like sitting there crying, like, best moment, like my dream.
That's so sick. It's the Cold Beer Surf Club.